Take a look at the tail of the tape here. 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗨𝗘, 26 years of age. Daniela 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘 is 30. 𝗘𝗨𝗏 6 feet tall. That makes him 3 inches taller than 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘. Both men came in under that 155-pound limit. Reach advantage on the arms, fairly significant, a full 6 inches for 𝗘𝗨𝗏. But both men turned in a 40-inch measurement on the leg.
So keys to victory, 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗨𝗘, takedown defense and punches to the body. And if he can land some knees in the clinch, that will all be an investment into those later rounds if 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘 starts to slow down. 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘 wrestle early and strike while he's passing the guard to give 𝗘𝗨𝗏 something else to think about. And then as those scrambles start from 𝗘𝗨𝗏, look to snag that guillotine.
Mark Goddard adds his considerable influence to the smart cage tonight. 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘 versus 𝗘𝗨𝗏. 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘 in the blue trunks, 𝗘𝗨𝗏 in the black. 𝗘𝗨𝗏 opens things with a front kick and a right hand.
Very accurate that cross was.
And you saw the speed early from both of these men.
This is the 𝗘𝗨𝗏 we want to see. A lot more intensity already from him than we've seen last year.
Oh, high kick caught there. 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘 went up high, and 𝗟𝗚𝗏𝗘 grabbed the right leg, pulled over right into this takedown.
Now that's an interesting turn of events. He may have recognized that was a powerful kick and might just need a moment to gather himself here. Or was this the game plan coming in to take 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘 by surprise?
I definitely think he felt the power and was like, let's go to the mat for a little bit.
Working
hard punches, my goodness. But interestingly, he's moving 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘 over towards his corner. So he's going to have Dave Roach in the corner of 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘, being able to coach him through these positions. And we know 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘's dangerous off his back.
Nice pass there from 𝗘𝗨𝗏, man.
𝗘𝗨𝗏 into the half guard here.
Smooth. Trying for a Darce choke, it looks like it, but 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘 recognizes it.
He'll be so familiar with these positions, it'll be difficult for 𝗘𝗨𝗏 to catch him. 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘 now looking for a sweep here.
He's got a guillotine locked in.
Leg attack here from 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘. 50-50.
Got the angle in position.
He's got the knee line controlled, he's got his legs triangled. 𝗘𝗨𝗏 is giving this the respect it deserves. You can see that control of the wrist of 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘. 𝗘𝗨𝗏 trying to slow this position down so he can clear the knees and get himself free of this very, very dangerous position.
And now that leg is all by itself. 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘's trying to go for the inside heel hook here.
May have it.
Beautiful! Daniela 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘 with the submission victory! Another first round finish.
Ankle locks is not something you see a lot anymore in MMA. Beautiful job there.
And switching from the outside heel hook to the inside heel hook. Beautiful work, very, very clever. That's the danger you see. You take a guy down with those kind of grappling skills, and we know what he could do off his back.
Walk me through these replays here. First, the head kick, Stefan.
Yeah, you definitely see he connected. Even if it was only the toes, you can feel the power there in that shot. 𝗘𝗨𝗏 got the opportunity to take him down. In the end, he paid for it. Here, we see that he's got both legs and 𝗘𝗨𝗏's trying to roll, and that brings this heel in position for 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘 to lock him up. And with the kind of physical strength 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘 has, you don't need to do a lot, and you don't need to make a big movement when you have a heel hook like that to do a ton of damage with the knee, especially. Beautiful submission there by 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘.
Cagenomics stats bundle. 𝗘𝗨𝗏 with the straight strikes down the middle, and then you saw the looping attacks coming from 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘. He had the big head kick that led to him being taken down. Didn't bother him. Worked off his back, gets the submission victory. Nifty work. Andy Shepard has the official call.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee Mark Goddard calls a halt to the action at 1 minute and 59 seconds of round number 1. Declaring the winner by submission to a heel hook, Daniela 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗘.
Let's go!
Take a a look at our tail of the tape for this regular season bout. Connor Hughes, 26 years of age. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 is 5 years older, and you can see Connor Hughes, the much taller fighter here, 5'11" to 5'6" in that height matchup. Of course, that often translates to a reach advantage, and it does for Connor Hughes. 3 inches on the arms and 5 on the legs for the Englishman.
Now, I'll be honest, the keys to victory were difficult because both of these guys kind of occupy the same spaces, but Connor Hughes has a kickboxing background, so kicks with punches will be a key. Takedowns against the fence, of course, and ground and pound is his bread and butter in this fight. But 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 slipping and countering, if he can hold the center, then he's going to have a better time defending takedowns, and if he does get taken down, he's got to win top position.
Connor Hughes in the black trunks, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗣𝗘 in the blue. Lightweight regular season, winner moves on to the playoffs.
Fighter ready? You ready? Let's go.
Cut to the gloves, orthodox stances for both of these men.
A lot of movement right away from Ball. Pressure from Hughes.
I think what we're seeing here is 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 not being a standing target for either the strikes or the level change. While he's getting a read on Connor Hughes on what he wants to open up with here, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 needs to stay mobile. That was a nice check for the calf kick.
Little blitz there from Ball. Hughes tries the counter hook.
And Hughes is really good moving backwards. Really good with his left hook.
Very quick off the mark, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. That shot took Connor Hughes by surprise. It only landed lightly, but of course it got his respect. Lead front kick there from Connor Hughes.
Nice little poke out with the lead leg. Hughes adding tools to his game every time we see him. Sharp 1-2 off the guard of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗣𝗘.
Yeah, it looked like he connected there. And what's interesting is Ball has already switched stances, and although he blocked that calf kick, I think it's telling when you switch stances already like that. Only one calf kick can do a ton of damage.
A couple times now, Hughes has flashed that lead kick. Retreated with a hook and an uppercut there, but Ball scores twice.
That blitz could be problematic for Connor Hughes. Look at this.
He's in the miss! What is that? Connor Hughes! First round knockout!
Caught him moving backwards with the uppercut. Wow! Incredible knockout.
You can see the 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 stats. Not here for a long time, but certainly here for a good time. And this lightweight regular season bout, Connor Hughes landed 8 strikes.
Okay, so what we can see here, we're going to see 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 charging forward in the direction of Connor Hughes. And as the tape runs, you're going to see Connor drop back. He's going to use this lead left hook, and he's going to catch his opponent in the side of the head. But that's going to move him, sweep him onto the uppercut. There it is. Beautiful work, straight up the center line. And of course, a few shots to follow up from Connor Hughes. Very, very impressive performance. Sharp footwork and sharp striking. Let's have one more look at this absolute finesse of striking demonstration here. So here we go. We're going to see this rear uppercut. It's going to sweep up after the check hook. As we let this roll, we're going to see a short left hook come in. That triggers 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 to charge forward. He comes moving forward. There's the left hook, and then we're going to see this uppercut sweep into this pocket and punish him for that forward momentum. Here we go, look at this. Chambers the punch right on the tip of the chin, and then as 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 is falling, we're going to see Connor Hughes sets the back foot, throws another shot just to make sure the job's done. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 is dazed, he hits the canvas, and then the hammer fist that comes down seals the deal.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 calls a halt to the action at 1 minute and 31 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner, via knockout, Connor Hughes!
Here's a look at our tail of the tape for this regular season bout. Jakub 𝗘𝗨𝗥, 28 years old. 𝗘𝗨𝗥 is 31. 𝗘𝗨𝗥, 5 feet 11 inches tall. 𝗘𝗨𝗥 is 5'9". The reach advantage of 4 inches belongs to Jakub 𝗘𝗨𝗥 on the arms. Both men with 40-inch measurement on the leg.
All right, so keys to victory for these two phenomenal fighters. Of course, 𝗟𝗚𝗢𝗣𝗘's got to expect that early pressure, and if he can strike in the clinch and even get in top position, that's where that physical size is going to be problematic for Cain. On Musa's side, he's got to attack that lead leg, take away the movement, uppercuts and knees, anticipating the level change, and then smart footwork and smart composure as well, not getting drawn into a brawl when he doesn't need to.
𝗟𝗚𝗢𝗣𝗘 in the black trunks, Musa in the blue.
You know what's even scary about 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘?
Ready?
That size doesn't affect him. His cardio is insanely good.
Yeah, he carries it incredibly well as he moves in behind the jab and high kick to follow. Same side. Both of those were lefts.
For Musa, though, being the smaller fighter doesn't have to be a disadvantage against someone as physically strong as 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. You don't want to make it a physical battle. You want to move around him. Being smaller, being lighter, especially with the footwork Musa has, it could be an advantage.
And this is the smart footwork we've been seeing from Cain Musa here early, getting out of range when he needs to.
Beautiful. And you see him try to play the speed and footwork game for this entire fight. And of course, 𝗟𝗚𝗢𝗣𝗘 will try to press him, potentially take him down, freeze those feet where he can use this, his strength. Nice timing. Good balance so far by Musa, though.
This is where the size comes in advantage for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
And this is the first time Cain Musa's got to feel the strength of 𝗟𝗚𝗢𝗘 as well.
He's looking for a high crush. Good defense like Musa there, but I was going to say 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 had him down, but beautiful way to get back up by Musa.
Anytime Cain can be winning these grappling exchanges, scrambling back to his feet, he's going to be discouraging 𝗟𝗚𝗢𝗘, potentially even draining the gas tank if he had a big weight cut. This Cain Musa is going to now try and break and start to strike, but that's lovely work from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 on the inside there. And you see now he's triggered Cain Musa to fight. That's dangerous because this is where Cain Musa can rush into those takedowns of 𝗘𝗚𝗢𝗣.
Right and left for 𝗘𝗚𝗢𝗣, that 2-1. Another level change and an uppercut on the exit. 𝗘𝗚𝗢𝗣 looking for his openings as Cain moves around.
Good job from Musa so far, being patient, moving out of the way every single time 𝗘𝗚𝗢𝗣 tries to close the distance.
And this, for me, is the fight that 𝗘𝗚𝗢𝗣 needs in his MMA career, not his PFL career. Last year, he beat a lot of really tough prospects.
Goes to the back.
He won the European title. If he beats a veteran here, that's a big statement. And this is a strong tight waist that he's got on Cain Musa.
Shots there. Puts a lot of weight on Musa here. Makes some more, tires him out.
Musa's going to have to be careful as he tries to work himself back upright. 𝗘𝗚𝗢𝗣 on his back.
Good hand fighting here from Cain Musa. Biding his time, but he's got to be very cautious that 𝗘𝗚𝗢𝗣 doesn't switch his attack here. Front headlock potentially, level change onto the legs.
𝗘𝗚𝗢𝗣 so incredibly strong.
𝗘𝗚𝗢𝗣 there with that cheese grater drag across the fence. Now trying to work all the way around to the back, goes chest to chest instead.
Nice job by Musa to get back to the 50-50 position here.
Driving knee on the inside from 𝗟𝗚𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Look, we've got the physicality of 𝗟𝗚𝗢𝗣 and the experience of Cain Musa, trying to be efficient. He's going to break the clinch here, I think, and he's going to try and strike, but 𝗘𝗚𝗢𝗣's not going to let him get away for free.
Heavy, tight overhook on that right arm of Cain Musa. 𝗟𝗚𝗢𝗣, though, and in the wrong position right now.
Again, as we said earlier on, being a smaller fighter in this position against the fence pays off because it's easier to get your head in the right position.
Oh, there were good strikes.
Nice flurry and a finish with 2 uppercuts. 𝗟𝗚𝗢𝗣 showing the versatility in his game here. And a good level change again. Wow, he drops straight down and then begins to drive.
Great timing on those shots.
Tuck that leg between his own knees. Pulls Cain Musa to the mat and now climbing into a mount position. 𝗟𝗚𝗢𝗣𝗑, 42 seconds left in this first round.
𝗘𝗚𝗢𝗣 looking for the wrist ride. Now you can put Musa on the mat, but good defense again by Musa. He's gonna get back up.
And we go back to 𝗟𝗄𝗣𝗅's first regular season win last year with that beautiful submission over 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣. He's constantly trying to expose the back of Cain Musa. Musa's wise to it, but he's losing this round on the grappling in my eyes right now.
Final 10 seconds of round number 1, an exchange of knees.
Really good job by Musa in his first round defending against 𝗟𝗄𝗣𝗅, but 𝗟𝗄𝗣𝗅 really had him spend a lot of energy.
To the stools they go.
Look at the timing on this level change. And this is where Cain Musa, he comes in with these big power shots, and before he knows it, 𝗟𝗄𝗣𝗅's just disappeared from in front of him, and now he's defending takedowns, which he was doing for the vast majority of that first round. That's got a cardiovascular tact to it.
PFL Europe Paris, driving towards the main event. 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 climbs back into the smart cage against 𝗚𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Right now, 𝗟𝗄𝗣𝗅, last year's European champion in the lightweight division, in the black trunks against Cain Musa in the blue.
Bit of a lower stance here from Cain Musa. A la 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, Jordan Zebo crouched down to try and meet that level change. 𝗟𝗄𝗣𝗅 very fresh in the corner between rounds. Eyes wide open, breathing calm, listening to his corner team, and he moves forward here.
Inside leg kick, and 𝗟𝗄𝗅 tries to use that. This time Cain does not allow him to get all the way in on the hips.
Musa trying to break again, but there he lands. Nice right hand.
Now he's got 𝗟𝗄𝗅 moving backwards. That might have hurt a little bit more than the initial thought.
I certainly think the grappling that Cain Musa had to deal with in that first round has filled his arms with lactate, and you can tell he's a little bit more labored in his movement now with his arms. Better work here with his takedown defense.
Back to an orthodox stance after a brief change to southpaw for Cain Musa.
Barely missed with a right hand. Uppercut by 𝗟𝗄𝗅 there.
Looks like we have a cut above the eye of 𝗟𝗄𝗅 as well. Deep breath for Cain Musa, and some swelling around his eye as well, Cain Musa.
Good second round from Musa so far. I want to see him throw more of these leg kicks. Feign and then throw the kick.
Uppercut landed there for Musa. Doing a much better job of negating that forward motion in those level changes. Now 𝗟𝗄𝗅 offers a kick, blocked by the shoulder.
Good coaching from the corner of Musa. Don't overdo it, they shouted. They know that rush forward is dangerous. 𝗟𝗄𝗅 will level change.
𝗟𝗄𝗅 really struggling this second round to get a hold of Musa.
Now 𝗟𝗄𝗅 marches Cain Musa back right in front of our broadcast position, halfway through round number 2. But Musa reverses position, puts himself toward the cage, and really center of the cage.
He really uses, being smaller in that position. He puts his head under the chin of 𝗟𝗄𝗅, turns him around and takes center of the stage again. And now he's back to striking distance.
Oh.
Shots, beautiful body shot by 𝗟𝗄𝗅.
They were solid body shots by 𝗟𝗄𝗅.
I think that he felt the effect of the body shots from Cain Musa, and it might have reminded him, hey, I've got some of those too, offered some back.
Remember, he won the season last year. He won the finale with a body shot.
And now Musa with the level change, drives it.
Great balance from 𝗟𝗄𝗅 though. Hops over to the fence. He's got his overhook, and he's landed a few short shots on the inside, which allowed him to dig an underhook. And now returns.
See Musa trying to pummel in. Get his arm up above that shoulder, but it's tall 𝗟𝗄𝗅.
There he goes again.
Nice knee on the inside. Great uppercut, and more body shots from Musa. Both fighters digging to the body in the second round.
Good shots by Musa there.
Tell you what, those exchanges on the breaks have been furious. Both guys have landed here in the round number 2.
Good knee there by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Another one.
Final minute of round 2.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 slowing down a little bit in this round. Is he a little bit discouraged? Did that shot to the body hurt him maybe? They were nice shots on the inside.
They'll hurt for sure. They'll take the wind out of your sail.
Look at this.
Especially when you're already tight. Beautiful level change. Turns it around.
That right there is evidence of how and why 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 was able to take home the European Championship last year. The timing and the execution of that shot, nearly perfect. Putting Musa once again on the defensive, stymieing any offensive output late in this round, potentially stealing a very close round.
Great job again though by Musa to get back up. His defense after the takedown is excellent.
Interesting round to score this one.
I'd like to check in with Big John McCarthy, who I know is watching with great interest. Perhaps we can get him between rounds. Sean O'Connell, Stephen Struve, Dan Hardy on the call. Big John McCarthy potentially set to join us here. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣, Kane Musa. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 in the black, Musa in the blue. Very close. Round number 2, Big John. How do we score this fight through 2 frames?
You know, it is very close. If Kane Musa did a lot of good body work in that second round, he might have stolen that round with those body shots that the judges were seeing. But the big thing with Musa that he needs to stop doing, he needs to not go after the big shot. He's got power, and all he's got to do is touch, 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 and that'll lead him into the shot that'll do damage. But right now, this could be anyone's fight in this 3rd round.
Thank you, Big John. A couple of nice left hands from the southpaw stance by Kane Musa. Now he switches back to orthodox, goes overhand right, back to southpaw. Giving different looks to 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑, potentially trying to confuse a level change attempt. Nasty inside work here from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣, who presses Musa into the cage.
Every single time 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣's got a hold of Musa though, he does a really good job controlling the arms so that 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 can lock his hands so that he cannot finish his takedowns. Good finish here. I think he's got his hands locked now. Single leg. Great defense again from Kane Musa. This is what is winning Musa these exchanges in the clinch. He turns 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 around, takes center of the cage again, he lands, and he's back to where he wants to be.
Flash of heads there on the inside work, and this time it's Kane Musa who rushes forward, plants 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗅's back on the smart cage barrier. More body work from Musa. And a reversal of position here from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣, the 2023 lightweight champion of PFL Europe.
Chasing the takedown yet again, but again, good defense from Musa. Trying to go to the back, now he can lock his hands.
Good defense.
Musa reached in between the legs of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 there, thought about the switch. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 just pressed in to negate it. Now onto the back goes 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. Now he's got him off the fence.
See if he can do more with this now. Especially in his 3rd round, these positions take so much energy and your body is screaming for oxygen. Good knee there by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣.
It was going to take someone like Kane Musa to really push 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 with his experience. Those body shots still thundering in. 2 minutes left here. Very grinding, tough fight. Arm strikes in favor of Musa, leg strikes in favor of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑. Of course, takedowns in favor of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣, which leaves him with the ground strikes advantage as well.
Good uppercut and left hook by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 there on the break.
Now double underhooks and a body lock. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 expending some energy here, trying to get Kane Musa back down to the mat. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 will try to pull Musa back over his own planted right leg.
Good job by Musa pressing down on the hands of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. That way he's not able to lift him, makes it very difficult for him to finish the takedown. He's got him down, but not completely, not on his back. Takes the back though.
Kshuba just grinding out this third round. Spiral ride temporarily there. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 not capitulating, not giving up any of these positions easily.
He's got one of the legs of Kshuba.
Musa's got to be careful not to get his own arm pulled back.
They're calling for the scramble from the Musa corner, but that just allows Kshuba to circle and stay on his back. Heavy wrestling game from Jakub Kshuba, nullifying a lot of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘's offense.
Final 30 seconds here in the third round.
I'm happy I'm on commentary and not a judge in this fight, because it's so close.
That's why we have some of the best judges in the world here, because we know these fights are going to be toughly contested between these two veterans like this. Good hustle by both of these fighters, really impressive pace.
Just a grinder of a fight in the lightweight division of PFL Europe. Last year's champion Jakub Kshuba and 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘s. Here's a look at the 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘's post-fight stats. Jakub Kshuba and 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, high output fight. The takedown advantage you can see very significant for Jakub Kshuba. 6 of his 7 attempts he was able to get 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 down. Will that be the difference on the judges' scorecard?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 29-28. For your winner, by unanimous decision, Jakub Kshuba!
Impressive performance by the returning champion, looking to win a 2nd title in 2024.
This victory over 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 sets up a playoff matchup against Daniela Skitidze. He won with a beautiful inside heel hook earlier tonight. What do you think of the matchup?
I'm excited. It's great, but like I said, the toughest guy is out of here, so I'm ready to take this guy. And but he seems like a cool kid, so I'm happy to shake his hand.
Yazid Shoshone, Ignacio Capella, tail of the tape. Shoshone is 34, Capella is 31. Both men 5 feet 7 inches tall. 2-inch reach advantage on the arm belonging to Shoshone. 2 inches in Capella's favor on the legs.
All right, let's take a look at the keys to victory. For Yazid Shoshone, punches in bunches, it's about volume. Disguise the level change when he can, and when he hits the ground, be busy with his ground and pound so he keeps his opponent on the back foot. For Capella, feints and move. Front kicks and knees might deter that level change, and if he does get into a grapple, he's got to win those scrambles and get back to his feet where he can start firing those hands again.
Mark Goddard to oversee this regular season action. Yazid Shoshone in the black, Ignacio Capella in the blue. Touch of the gloves and we are underway, rounding out our lightweight bracket.
Look at the size of these guys at lightweight. Both of them very powerful, and they love to wing powerful hooks as well in the pocket. I feel like when this ignites, it's going to go down.
Right hand from Yazid Shoshone. And there's those winging hooks. Both men offered a couple.
Looks to me already like Shoshone has a slight speed advantage. Oh!
Through the middle, nice job by Shoshone.
Great movement.
Oh! Stiff jab by Capella.
And a right hand. He's got Shoshone on skates. Swinging the leg out. Forces the level change.
This is what we expected. This is what we wanted.
Furious pace, and just like you said, Dan Hardy, when it starts, it's going to go up quickly.
And Capella is now going to to try and get these arms free as soon as he can, because he needs to keep touching 𝗟𝗔𝗚𝗏 to keep him dazed and keep him hurt.
Well, talk about the recovery of 𝗟𝗔𝗚𝗏, who went from stumbling around to executing a beautiful toss, but finds himself on the bottom position here.
𝗟𝗏 needs to get his right leg back underneath him, work with the fence to get back up. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘's got a body lock, so it makes it difficult.
As I familiarize myself with the European mixed martial arts scene, I'm finding that
We've got to be watching out for these butterfly hooks. We can see them here. We can see the feet poking through here. He's going to try and elevate his opponent either way, try and create a scramble. You can see the overhook here as well. He's going to use that to control the base of his opponent. I expect 𝗟𝗏 to try and tip him over here with these butterfly hooks. Now you can see 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 has passed the knee line here. The knee line is passed. Beautiful work here by 𝗟𝗏 to get his knees back into play, though.
a little blood on the cheek of 𝗟𝗔𝗚𝗏. Not sure where that's coming from, maybe just a tiny cut.
There's a little swelling under the eye as well. No surprise, because both the guys are swinging.
Now 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 with the hooks again on the stand-up. 𝗟𝗏 circles out. They've got some unsteady legs here.
Just a little quicker to the target sometimes, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣's now, and that, I don't think that's a speed thing. I think it's a trajectory thing. I think he's slightly tighter on the inside. 𝗟𝗏 gets a little bit loopy with his big punches.
Yeah, both guys had most success through the middle. When their opponent opened up with those big shots, there's a swing again.
The speed of 𝗟𝗏, he looks like he's got his head clear now.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 just throws caution to the wind every time he unleashes a hook. Very, very dangerous to do in this fight because of the speed we're seeing 𝗟𝗏 put on display.
We've got 90
Nice hook on
seconds.
they traded a jab for a hook there, and I'm not sure who got the better of it.
𝗟𝗏 needs to keep that right hand on his chin when he's throwing his left hook. I showed him a Dan Hardy fight where I got knocked out, and I paid for the same thing. Drop the hand because I'm swinging with power, and my opponent caught me clean on the chin. He's got to be very cautious. Those swiping punches from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 have got mean intentions.
There's a takedown attempt here from 𝗟𝗏. Big sprawl so far from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣, who gets his hips all the way out. Now the guard pull from 𝗟𝗔𝗚𝗏 with 1 minute left in round one.
I wonder if we'll see him go back to those butterfly hooks and maybe try and threaten a sweep here again, but he looks like he's clamping down on one of the arms of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. We might see him kick his hips out to the side and potentially attack one of these arms.
So good.
30 seconds left in this first round. Has it only been one round?
Let's go to work, guys. Stay busy, please. Watch the back of the head. Ignacio 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 on top of 𝗟𝗔𝗚𝗏.
Doing a good job with his head.
Come on, guys, let's work.
Controlling 𝗟𝗏.
Final 10 seconds. Goddard thought of stepping in and separating, but he'll let him ride out the round. 𝗟𝗏 finishing on the bottom. Great fight so far.
It was so chaotic. 𝗟𝗏 steps in with a big shot, but there's the left hand. Just cuffed him on the side of the head. He stays in the pocket for a moment, a little bit too long perhaps. I feel like he's got the speed advantage, but 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 is going to stand his ground and throw hard. My goodness, any of these shots could have landed. 𝗟𝗏 on the back foot here. Great awareness to be able to get that level change. He's got the overhook. He pulls his opponent into this beautiful hip throw here. Look at this. And that afforded him the time to clear his head and get his senses. Even though 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 swept to the top position, it gave 𝗟𝗏 that a bit of time just to get his head back into the fight. And it's not like he was under pressure as he was getting back to his feet. Incredible composure and championship mentality from 𝗟𝗔𝗚𝗏 in that first round.
Here in the first round of a PFL Europe regular season bout. 𝗟𝗏 pumping out this jab, giving 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗣 something to look at, and throws one for real. Nice low kick.
That was a fast jab and a hard low kick start the first round.
Offered one upstairs with the left. Lead leg came up right over the shoulder, barely blocked by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗣.
Capel'a's not moving well on that lead leg from that one individual low kick. You see how he's not progressing forward as well.
Caught him. Oh, and again.
Capel'a's got crazy power. He's not even throwing with excellent technique right now.
Oh, there's the jab again.
That's how they trade. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 goes with the jab, Capella with the hook. Just like you said, Dan. Yazid 𝗘𝗨𝗥's got to glue the right hand to his chin. Nice right kick from Yazid.
I like this. I like these kicks being stitched onto the end of his combinations.
Good jab there from Yazid 𝗘𝗨𝗥. Nice right hand as well. Switch of the stance there from Capella. Does not like these leg attacks.
Oh, they're very powerful. He showed them the last time in Paris as well.
Big John McCarthy, how did you score round number 1? Little problem with Big John's audio. We'll get back to him in just a second here.
Oh,
nice
good
jab
jab
there
again
from
there.
Capella. Both of these guys having success when they throw right down the pipe. But it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. Hooks are so fun.
He does a great job putting his body weight behind those jabs.
The jab from 𝗘𝗨𝗥 is very, very quick. Very quick.
2 minutes gone in round number 2.
Capel'a's definitely struggling to move on that lead leg. I think he's covering it well. He just doesn't seem to be able to have the same kind of there. Look, now he's switched his stance.
𝗘𝗨𝗥 is really starting to mix up the strikes here. Start hunting for the body, working the jab. We've seen both legs go high with the kicks. Man,
Right hand again, he wobbled him again. He's still wobbly.
Ignacio Capella with the uppercut knockout! Kezhinomic stats bundle. You can see Yazid 𝗘𝗨𝗥 threw more, landed more. The power shots, though, belong to Ignacio Capella. Yazid 𝗘𝗨𝗥 was credited with the takedown, but Capella did finish round number 1 on top.
Capel'a's going to push forward. He knows Ignacio is backing up. We can see the inside of the smart cage line here. So, of course, he's being pressured into the fence. Beautiful, steady footwork as he's drifting himself into range here, closing this space down between Capella and the fence. Now, of course, Capella's watching this. He's expecting this to fire straight into his chin. 𝗘𝗨𝗥 is going to level change, but Capella is ready for this. It's not this hand that he's watching, it's the uppercut. Look at that timing. Wow. He showed him the lead hand, tempted him to level change, and walked him onto that fantastic uppercut. What beautiful timing. One more quick pop, and Marc Goddard is in there with his slide tackle finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Marc Goddard calls a halt to the action at 2 minutes and 31 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner via knockout, Ignacio Capella!
Ignacio Capella moves through to the playoffs to take on Conor Hughes.
Wow.
Jakub Kasuba on the other side,
Yes.
taking on Daniel 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. I cannot wait for those 2 fights. My goodness, this lightweight bracket. PFL Europe 2024. We have our playoffs. It's going to be a special night.
Here's your tale of the tape for this semifinal. Conor Hughes, 27 years of age. Ignacio Capella is 5 years older. Hughes, the taller fighter, at 5 feet 11 inches. And that translates to a reach advantage on both arms and legs for the Englishman.
Keys to victory for this lightweight contest for Conor Hughes. He's got to stay light and mobile. He's got to kick the body and he's got to build in pace. There are 3 keys here. He's got to make sure he sticks to all 3 of them, and then whatever else he does is extra. But for Capella, he's got to stalk up pressure. He's very good at holding the center and forcing people to fight. Varying his striking targets and not just head hunting will make his success rate climb, and head position in the clinch to make sure he has the advantage in that range.
Ignacio Capella is in the white trunks. Conor Hughes is in the black. Both men capable of finishing this fight at any moment.
This is going to be a banger.
Dan, you didn't have to match this fight.
No, this one matched itself. Look, you get 8 great fighters, you put them in a bag and shake them up. It really doesn't matter how they come out. They're all going to be fantastic bouts. And that's what we've got in this lightweight division. The 4 left over are phenomenal, but the 4 that fell away, they could have quite easily been here on a better night. Both of these guys are here because they've landed the right shots at the right time. But they're both got to try and do the same thing again now to try and get themselves into that $100,000 fight. Man, that was a big right hand.
Even off of the kick, the compromised balance, and Ignacio Cepeda is still dangerous with the right hand. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 just watched his sister lose in her semifinal bout. Gonna have to put that aside as he faces last year's PFL Europe champion 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 next.
Good inside low kick there from Hughes. Cepeda looks like he's just struggling to get to Conor's range right now. He's moved forward a few times, but he's very, very cautious of any of those counter punches coming back. Look at the speed of Conor.
Lightning quick, Conor Hughes. You've seen him test out the high kick early. Counter hooks.
Man, he throws that right hand over those kicks. Conor's got to be really cautious of that. If he keeps investing in that lead leg, he's going to keep eating those right hands over the top. Something might connect.
There is 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 waving the Polish flag tonight. Training in South Florida with some of the best fighters in the world. Hard low kick landed for Conor Hughes. And he offers another test to the guard up high.
Yeah, Conor's done a good job of beating up that lead leg. Cepeda tries to return the favor. That was a good left hook counter.
Right. So snappy, so quick.
Oh man. Like, Cepeda really throws with power, but the downside is that you can see it coming. That's where Conor's able to either brace for it or get out the way of a lot of these shots. Whereas Conor's quick to get to that leg, but he's still eating those big right hands over the top. A little nod there from Cepeda as well. Look at the damage on that lead leg, that knee and the calf already. The hook kick.
Conor Hughes showing some different weapons early in this fight. 2 minutes left in round 1.
Looking for that counter check hook again when Cepeda's coming in. Little right hand connected for Conor Hughes. Cepeda takes it well. Good kick defense, solid. Holding the center is Cepeda. Nice head movement as well. Oh. Someone's getting a flying knee knockout today, Sean.
I won't mind.
It looks like there's a slight speed and technique advantage potentially for Conor again with the right hand. Just splits the guard of Cepeda.
Hughes has to be very careful of these counter strikes. That left hook landed for Ignacio Cepeda.
Man, you don't want to take those power punches on your guard if you're Conor Hughes. Like, they could even knock you off balance and allow your opponent to come crashing into a top position.
Another hook kick.
Yeah, he's sharpshooting here, and he's definitely got the respect of Cepeda for that lead leg.
Good body shot. Nice left hand to the body for Ignacio Cepeda. You heard the exhalation from Conor Hughes, who now gets to work behind his jab. Left hook for Ignacio Cepeda.
Head movement for Conor Hughes got him out of some real danger there. Trapped up against the fence, throws a teep into the chin. Just connects.
Good exit for Ignacio Cepeda, landed a right hand. Hughes doing a good job of moving out of distance.
Time!
Round 1 in the books. Here's the inside low kick. Takes the base away, but as you said, Sean, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 throws that right hand, and there's still power underneath it, even though his base was taken away. And that check left. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣's going to have to keep that right hand pinned to the side of his head so he's not eating that into the second round.
There's Ignacio 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 in the white, Connor Hughes in the black. Winner moves on to a PFL Europe Championship.
Man, he is winging with those shots, and because his base has been damaged, he's not able to take his legs with him quite as well as he was at the start of the fight.
Connor Hughes likes that slapping hook kick, and he also likes to chop away at the lead leg of Ignacio 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. Now a switch of the stance for the Englishman.
Yeah, he's really showing a full striking arsenal here, is Connor Hughes. That kickboxing background showing through. I think he's going to try and pick that right hand again here. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣's got to get himself a little bit closer before he starts throwing those punches. That left hook there was again connecting for Connor Hughes. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣's moving in from too far out of range, and I think that body kick hurt him as well.
So you saw the right hand subconsciously sneak down. Deep breath from Ignacio 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. Connor Hughes feeling himself and getting into a rhythm behind this jab. Good head movement from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣.
He's giving Connor too much space to move into. Like, he's eating these kicks. He might as well get a foot forward. There you go. Over that line in the center of the cage there, you can see the PFL band that goes around the outside. If he could get himself over the other side of that, start pushing Connor up against the fence, that's where he's going to be forced to deal with those punches, because Connor won't be able to move out of the way. This is a better place for him to start to let go of those boxing combinations. Too much space is allowing Connor to slip and move away and counter.
And there is that moving away by Connor Hughes. Just outside the distance of those winging punches. Now he goes under. Off to his left. Connor Hughes has the reads here on the offense of Ignacio 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗣. Little blood trickling from the right side. Just outside of the eye. Good left hook again. Checking that forward motion from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗣.
Just so technical is Connor Hughes. And now you can see 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗆 starting to bite on some of those feints from Connor Hughes as well.
Body kick.
That was better from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗆. Lead hook kick again.
Body shot from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗆 this time. Tries the jab to the body again.
Oh, man, he just walks through stuff. Helps having a thick neck, I think.
Brief off balance there as both men threw kicks. Final minute of round two.
Really sharp technical striking from Connor Hughes. And you can see the growth from that loss last year as well. We saw the maturity in Dublin when he fought Sebastian Santana Guedes, and he comes into the regular season this year and looks impressive again. But that's the danger with Ignacio 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗆. He will get to you eventually if you can't hold him off.
So just the tiniest of wobbles from Connor Hughes as he ate one. can't let 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 build any confidence, because as you've mentioned several times in this fight, Dan, he throws with so much commitment. It only takes one.
Nice body shot. And I talked about the keys to victory. Varying his striking targets. There's a tendency when you're a power puncher to hunt for the head, knowing you can get it done with one shot. But sink a few into the body and the legs, and it can have a great effect on your opponent. Nice flicking jab there. Catches him on the outside. Those check left hooks, most likely what's opened up that cut on the side. And here's an hard inside low kick, takes away the base of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣, who's got great balance. He's able to recover his stance very quickly and keep pressure on. I think he might need a knockout this round. I'd love to see it.
Step back. Red, blue, let's work.
All right, last round to decide one of our first two lightweight finalists. Swelling on one side of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣's face, cut on the other. Damage to his lead leg, but he's still pushing forward, looking for the knockout punch.
The Englishman Conor Hughes in round two went back to some more technical striking, avoiding these brawling situations. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 trying now to force that.
He is a marauder.
Good combination, body kick, jab cross from Conor Hughes. Wow, for the takedown, good sprawl.
What takedown defense. That was really, really quick, especially given how quick Conor was to penetrate with that takedown attempt. He got really deep on the hips and 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 was still able to defend. Clearly still wants to play striking with Conor. Nice jab to the body. This is a better start to a round for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣.
Good right hand for Hughes. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 seems unbothered even by the cleanest shots.
Takedown attempt again. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 defends really well.
Credit to the conditioning of Conor Hughes, who still appears very fresh even after a couple of failed takedown attempts in the third round. Forward pressure from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗅. Lands a jab, eats an inside leg kick.
It's a really efficient style as well from Conor. Like, even if he throws something and misses, he's not really overextending himself too much. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣's really trying to counter these kicks. Much better round for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 here. Conor trying to tangle him up now, trying to stay locked in with that overhook. Now he goes underhook. Is he going to be able to get this fight to the floor for the first time?
Halfway through the third and final round, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗅 chest to chest with Conor Hughes. Jockeying back and forth for position here against the smart cage barrier.
Conor feeling the pressure a bit now. Another level change, but a beautiful sprawl by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. His takedown defense is incredible. Head position here. I think he's going to try and break and strike again. Both these guys showing some damage on their face now.
Good flurry again from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. Corner likes what they see. Good jab from the outside. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 taking control here in this round.
That was a good snap.
Very dangerous.
There's the check left hook again. Conor's really being squeezed in this third round, though. Level change attempt again, easily defended by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣, who drives to top position with just over a minute left. Probably not where he wants to be if he needs a knockout finish.
Hughes locking the hands, just hoping for a lockdown. Not wanting to give 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 any space to do damage from this top position. Now the deep underhook for Connor Hughes. Appears content to just ride it out in a defensive position. It's 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 who needs to burst and make something happen.
Let's look in that show.
Good forearm pressure there for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. Connor Hughes is doing a good job of controlling with this lockdown on the half guard. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 showing some frustration here, and I don't think Connor's going to make any effort to change this. 20 seconds left. Most likely got 2 rounds in the bank, no matter how this third round could be scored.
Pick your shots in this show. Watch the back of the head. Pick your shots. They're okay. Be careful. Watch the back of the head.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 with the left hand trying to make something happen as we await the final bell, and there it is.
Great fight. Really good fight.
Jubilant corners on both sides as we go to the judges' scorecards.
There's the level change attempt. Look, Hughes was getting deep on several of those takedown attempts. That was probably the most shallow, the easiest to defend for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣, which is why he probably bossed his opponent over into this half guard position. He landed a few shots here, but there just wasn't the space to land anything really significant. You can see Connor Hughes holding on here, trying to get on that half guard sweep, trying to kill the time in these last few seconds of the third.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of scintillating action, we go to our judges' scorecards. All 3 judges saw this bout the same, scoring at 29-28 for your winner via unanimous decision and clinching their place in the lightweight championship. Connor Hughes!
Connor Hughes on to Lyon, France with a $100,000 championship opportunity. Tail the tape for this one. 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑, 29 years of age. Daniela Skatidze is 31. 𝗘𝗎𝗑, the taller fighter here at 5 feet 11 inches. He has a significant reach advantage on the arms, but the longer legs are on Daniel Skatidze.
Keys to victory for this one. Work in boxing range for 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑. That will allow him to set up his takedowns with his punches, and when he can get to top position, he can work control and ground and pound and potentially some submissions. But Daniel Skatidze opened up with striking. He had a beautiful submission in his last fight, but we don't need to see his grappling straight away. 𝗘𝗎𝗪's going to force him into that range. So if he can open up with his striking, then he can catch submissions in the scrambles, and that's where his neck attacks come into play. The guillotines will be the easiest way to get 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 out of there.
Judge, timekeeper.
Skatidze's in the white trunks. 𝗘𝗎𝗪's in the black. Winner moves on to face Connor Hughes in Lyon, France on December 14th.
Round number 1. Ready, ready, have fun.
Southpaw stance for Skatidze. Does have the knee sleeve on that lead leg. Good knee to the midsection.
Yeah, that was nice. Be interested to see if Skatidze decides he wants to defend this takedown or try and reverse it in the scramble. He has fantastic grappling, but we know what 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑's wrestling and jiu-jitsu is like.
Nice work by Skatidze to put 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 up against the barrier here.
Yeah, good effort with the outside reach, but 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣 was able to power his leg out of it.
And you can see in this clinch when 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣's got his back to the camera just how physical he is, how broad and muscular he is in this weight class.
I like this from Skatidze. Good to see him open up with his striking here.
We talked about inspiration from his sister. It was an adjustment between the first and second round where Valentina decided to be more aggressive.
Oh, what a level change. Sets up with the jab, feinted it, threw it out in front of his opponent's face, level changed underneath, and he's got the leg here. But you can see 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 standing high up against the fence, gets his leg free, and is able to turn 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. Goes for the outside reap again. Oh, that was a good short knee.
Excellent recognition from Jakob 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 to see that 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 was hanging his head a little bit outside, a little bit low.
Kicks off the fence there, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 going to try and get out of this position here, maybe. Landing some good knees here, but you can feel 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 digging those underhooks and trying to pull him in. Some dirty boxing there from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. And again with the knee from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣.
Jakob 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 just recognizing every opportunity to throw something that might change this fight.
I guess it makes sense given the fact that he is an auditor in his day job, but everything he does is so calculated.
And truly a student of the mixed martial arts. He's been doing martial arts since he was 7. Started in taekwondo and then boxing, then kickboxing, wrestling, more boxing. And obviously now successful here, undefeated as a pro in mixed martial arts. Scrambles back to the feet.
That was a good takedown attempt there, but 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 recognized straight away, scrambled back to his feet.
Should have fingers out of the gloves. Fingers out of the gloves.
Roughly 90 seconds left in this first round, and Daniela 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 doing a really good job keeping himself in a strong position against the cage. Remaining upright when Jakob 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 tries for these takedowns. Dan, it's not often that Jakob 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 finds somebody else dictating where a fight is happening. He's often the leader here.
Right? It's not very often that someone seems physically as strong as him, but then you've got to wonder whether 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 is using a lot of strength to compete. That was a lovely knee on the inside, but I like this dirty boxing from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. You wonder whether the physical strength of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 is more taxing on him than it is on 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. That's where not only do you have to be strong, but you have to be physically conditioned to maintain a pace. And this has been a grueling 4.5 minutes so far. Both of these guys have utilized a lot of physical strength.
Good dirty boxing again from both men. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 working his right hand to the body. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 with the short hooks to the outside. Final few seconds of round 1. Another knee from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣.
Watch your corners. Good work.
The winner of this fight in front of us will face him. Jakob 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 in the black trunks coming out aggressive. Landing early against Daniela 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣.
That was a lovely opening combination. Cross to the body, hook to the head. Oh, and again with the shot to the body and then head. They drive into the clinch, and I think we're going to see a lot of grappling attempts here from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣, given the fact that 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣's opened up so aggressive in this first round. Got those double underhooks. Needs to try and get behind one of the legs of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. He's had the outside reap position before and was able to lift the leg, but he didn't have the double underhooks like he does now. If he goes back to that technique, he may be able to destabilize him and finally ground 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣, put his shoulders on the mat.
Good knee to the midsection from Jakob 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. Left then right.
Digs another underhook in. Oh, and that was a good level change. You can see 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣's got a good... He's talking to us outside here.
strong work, though, from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Excellent balance and strength. Even after Kasouba with that sneaky move, dropped all the way down, hands locked behind the hips. Daniela 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 shrugs him back up to a standing position, and once again, Jakub Kasouba trying for the lift. This time he gets it.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 looking to build himself up against the fence. Kasouba staying heavy on those hips. He's reaching for the far side arm. Tries to stop 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 popping up, but he's still able to get up, but he gives a hook.
Right to the face. Don't even think about choking him, just punch him in the face. Let's go. Punch.
Makes it far more problematic for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Now he really needs to free that right leg of his. You see him fighting the hands, fighting the wrists. He's back to his feet. How long will it last?
Right on his right shoulder. Right on his right shoulder. Back return. There you go. There you go.
Connor Hughes watching on. See who his opponent will be December 14th in Lyon, France. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 tried to roll out. Little Granby, nothing doing.
We have to remember 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘's got very good leg locks as well. In these kind of circumstances, there's nothing stopping him rolling through if he feels like he can isolate one of those legs. This is better from him, though, back to his feet. Will he break and strike here? Or does he try for his own takedown? Kasouba just looks so strong physically in this position, as well as having all the technique to support that strength. Here's the outside reach. Can he get it this time?
Got it deeper momentarily than we've seen so far in the fight. Shrugged off by Jakub Kasouba.
Progress, gentlemen.
Kasouba's going to try and work his way off the fence here. Oh, he level changes again. He goes wide, though, which allows... Oh, we got a guillotine attempt here.
Kasouba steps all the way over.
Could be looking at a Von Flue if he doesn't get that arm free. Might recover guard here. Good effort by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 to keep threatening. He needs to be busy off his back, though. Good kickoff, but he exposes his back. Can he defend his rear naked choke? Great work, turning back into his opponent, dragging himself onto that single leg.
The neck was threatened very momentarily, and 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 powered all the way through, back to a standing position.
Coming up to the last 30 seconds in this middle round.
Progress here, gentlemen.
You got to feel like Kasouba's had the better positions in this round. Maybe landed some of the better shots as well. That was a lovely uppercut and a good knee.
Ten more seconds here coming in round at number 2. Sneaky uppercut from Jakub Kasouba, who tries another knee after. To round 3 we go.
So here we are, look, you can see how deep he was on this takedown. Managed to get his fingertips together, and that's when he goes for the lift. Settles his opponent onto the floor. Tries to prevent him building up best he can. But 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘's got experience and wisdom. Was able to get back to his feet, and then just for a moment was able to threaten this guillotine. You can see Kasouba runs the pipe, finishes the single leg. He feels his neck's in danger and tries to jump clear of the guard. Puts himself into a Von Flue position. And then here in the clinch, a couple of times we saw 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 working dirty boxing, but it was really Kasouba that landed the better individual shots on the inside, as well as great head movement. Look at him rolling in the pocket there.
One more round here in a lightweight semifinal. Winner moves on to face Connor Hughes in Lyon, France. Jakub Kasouba is in the black, last year's champion for PFL Europe. Daniela 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 in the white.
I think Jakub's intentionally trying to show us some of his striking here. That was a nice calf kick as well. There's a level change. Next tangled up again. Can 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 do something with it?
Ksouba gets his head out, presses against the cage. Knee to the midsection and a beautiful short uppercut. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 bowls right through it. Oh, he tried the push kick, ate a right hand for the efforts, and there's another short uppercut from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Good effort there from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, but 𝗘𝗨𝗥 landed a few shots of his own on the break. Wraps the guillotine again, but 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 feels the danger, pops his head out. Nice uppercut attempt there from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, trying to catch 𝗘𝗨𝗥 as he was level changing.
Watch your heads, gentlemen, watch your heads, please.
Jakub 𝗘𝗨𝗥 goes in and out with a brief combination, finishes with that knee to the midsection. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 now trying to build some combinations on the outside. Once again, chest to chest.
𝗘𝗨𝗥 slowing down a little bit here, do you think? Or is he just getting a brief respite before the second half of this round kicks in, do you think?
Well, it's been a grueling pace in those first two rounds. There's a lot of that cage wrestling, which isn't always the most exciting for the fans, but as you know, Dan, can be the most taxing of any fight method. And a lot of that was dictated by Danielis 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, which is not something that Jakub 𝗘𝗨𝗥 was accustomed to.
Can he finish this takedown? Posture's broken here. Now he comes back up to a body lock position. Just over 2 minutes to go. And again with the punches on the break from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Combination for 𝗘𝗨𝗥 misses as 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 retreats. This time he finishes to the body.
For the first time, I feel 𝗘𝗨𝗥's just looking a little bit labored. Like loses his balance a tiny bit. I feel like 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘's probably having his best round so far.
Now 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 trying to get down onto the hips and achieve a lift here.
Oh man, what
he got
balance.
the lift, but the balance and that little judo leg of Jakub 𝗘𝗨𝗥 negates whatever energetic takedown attempt Danielis 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 can try to put together.
Coming into the last minute, 𝗘𝗨𝗥 level changes on a single leg. Can he finish this one? He's back on two legs now, trying to get his hands together. This is what secured him the takedown last time, and 𝗘𝗨𝗥's just dragged to the floor momentarily.
Gives up his back temporarily. Now trying to roll forward.
There's a knee to the body there for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘.
Wasn't able to throw it as 𝗘𝗨𝗥 builds back to both feet.
Had two very evenly matched fights in this lightweight bracket.
𝗘𝗨𝗥 exposed the back here. 𝗘𝗨𝗥 not able to put a submission attempt together. Boxing on the inside from 𝗘𝗨𝗥 and back to chest. Final 10 seconds of this semi-final fight. Both fighters swing away to the final bell. And there's the end of it.
You can see that front kick attempt from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘, and he pays for it with that cracking right hand that 𝗘𝗨𝗥 throws over the top. There it is again, look. You can see 𝗘𝗨𝗥 just able to get to the side of the kick, get himself out of the way of the danger. And then the uppercuts on the inside again. And we had some really strong takedown attempts here Look how close this is for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, and that little lift, the little judo lift from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 was able to put him into a stronger position again. Let's have a look at this one more time. You can see the left leg tangled up in this position. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 gets his right foot to the floor, kicks his left leg up, which is able to destabilize and throw 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 to the floor. Keep the scramble moving.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to our judges' scorecards. One of the judges saw this bout 30-27. The other two, 29-28. All for your winner by unanimous decision. And facing Conor Hughes in the championship, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘!
Still undefeated, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Still in the hunt for a second straight PFL Europe Championship. Valiant effort by Daniela 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Tail the tape for this championship bout here in PFL Europe. 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, 29 years of age. Conor Hughes, 27. Both men standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, with 73-inch measurements on the reach. Slightly longer legs on Conor Hughes. Well matched physically in this championship bout.
Keys to victory for this one, as we were just discussing, a tight boxing defense for 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. He's got to punch his way into range. He can't just crash forward with no threat and then wrestle to top position where he can use that weight and physicality. For Conor Hughes, he's got to play with range. He has to get his opponent to bite on feints and then start to counter. And goes without saying, defend those takedowns. You don't want to be tangled up with 𝗘𝗑𝗣𝗑 on the floor.
𝗟𝗑𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, last year's PFL Europe Lightweight champion in the green. Conor Hughes in the black trunks. 𝗘𝗑𝗣𝗑 looking to remain undefeated as a pro.
We're going. Round number 1. Ready, ready. Have fun.
Five-minute rounds potentially here at 155 pounds. Sean O'Connell and Dan Hardy on the call. 𝗘𝗑𝗣𝗑 opens the action with a missed low kick.
Conor looks very comfortable in this striking range. You can see how 𝗘𝗑𝗣𝗑's got those hands nice and high. He knows the danger in the hands of Conor Hughes, who has an extensive kickboxing background as well. And the challenge here for Conor is, when does he open up and how does he defend the takedown that's surely going to be shot underneath those punches?
No, it's okay, it's okay. Don't worry.
Hughes added something pretty significant to the repertoire, I think, for a fight like this. He's very accurate and powerful, even moving backwards with his stand-up. Something could become very handy against a pressure fighter like 𝗟𝗑𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑. Saw him show that uppercut a couple of times now just to give 𝗟𝗑𝗥 something to think about before he changes level.
There's that uppercut, nice check left hook as well that just clipped 𝗘𝗑𝗣𝗑. You can see Conor's threatening with the uppercut though. He's hanging that rear hand low.
Flashes a little knee. Again, just something to look at. All things for 𝗘𝗑𝗣𝗑 to have to try to get a read on. One thing we know about 𝗟𝗑𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑, he's not shy about taking fights into deep water. Despite all that muscle mass, he's got an incredible gas tank, an incredible level of fitness. He's not afraid to go 25 minutes.
Cautious start there for 𝗟𝗑𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑. I think he realizes how dangerous Conor Hughes is at short range and doesn't want to be reckless finding his way inside. Reading the skirmishing punches from Conor to see where the gap is in the guard.
I can appreciate a tentative or methodical approach. $100,000 at stake. But one thing you don't want to let Conor Hughes do is start building confidence for something like that.
That was a beautiful lead uppercut. Conor looking very composed. You would think he was the one that won the championship last year with how relaxed he is here. Whereas 𝗘𝗑𝗣𝗑 obviously knows that this fight is better won on the floor with the striking of Conor, and he's felt those shots a few times now. It's reaffirmed the danger in front of him. And now Conor's got 𝗘𝗑𝗣𝗑 biting on his jab. Beautiful footwork, backing up, counter-striking.
You can make an argument that there's actually even more pressure on the undefeated fighter here, 𝗟𝗑𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑, and going back-to-back. Speaking with him at the hotel, You know, last year he thought he had proved enough that he could be invited to the PFL Global season, but of course lightweight is an incredibly deep weight class. And the decision was made that, hey, give him another season here in Europe, let him get some more experience. If he can win it again, it'd be hard to deny, but look at that left check hook from Connor Hughes.
So sharp with that hook. It's like a heat-seeking missile. Finds its way around the guard. Especially when the opponent's moving forward, it can be difficult to judge that range, and Hughes seems to have mastered this with the uppercut and with the left hook.
We'll get the technical difficulties with the displayed clock worked out. Approaching a minute left in this first round. Connor Hughes with some success in the striking here. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 goes to the body kick. Really hasn't had any meaningful offense so far in these first 4+ minutes.
A dominant first round for Connor, really. I mean, he's held the center, he's landed the majority of the shots, and he just looks more composed in there right now. It's almost like he has a game plan to deal with what 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑's going to open up with, but 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 needs to figure out how he gets through the first level of Connor's game. Oh, and there it is. What a fast shot that was. See if Connor can defend this first takedown. We're into the last minute as well.
30 seconds left in the round, and 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 on this double leg attempt. Can he get his hands locked behind the hips of Connor Hughes with this heavy forward pressure? Hughes now trying to attack the neck.
Man, that looks tight.
Deterring this takedown, and it is. You can see the face of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 turning very red here. Had to pummel the arm back in to take some of the steam off this squeeze.
Interesting position here.
Chest to chest to finish the round. Listening to his corners as we look at these replays.
That was a nice left hook there from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑. He just was able to get out of the way of the punch from Connor and land his own. And there's the check hook. Hard to see whether it landed cleanly, but it certainly knocked 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 off balance. Beautiful screw punch right through the guard. Really nicely placed. Snap the head back of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑. Potentially one round up. Connor Hughes.
Second round set to start here in Lyon, France. PFL Europe 155-pound championship bout between Connor Hughes in the black and 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 in the green. Hard inside low kick from Hughes. Corner of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 calling for pressure, wanting their fighter to smother Connor Hughes for a 5-round fight.
Oh.
High kick misses.
Yeah, Hughes goes for the screw punch again and misses that time. Almost get caught with a head kick.
You like that angle uppercut with the lead hand? It can be risky.
It can be very risky, but it can also be a very useful punch. Something that Canelo used to knock out Yildirim, separates the guard and then powers the right hand behind it. If Hughes can get a range on that, he can catch 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 as his head is coming back down from that first punch. I mean, really, this check left hook, it seems to be the main problem. Because when 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑's moving forward, he's separating that right hand from his head. And this is where Connor's managing to get through.
Look at this from Connor Hughes.
No one lifts 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 like that.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 went chest to chest, but it was the double underhooks of Connor Hughes, and just the balance and recovery of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 keeps him on his feet. Very interesting. Wonder if Hughes is going to work to extricate himself from the grip here, because this is exactly where 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 wants this fight. Not with his own back against the cage, but certainly against his barrier.
Mr. Going, let go of the shorts. Right, you've got to progress this position, gentlemen. Watch the back of the head, Jacob. Got to progress this position, please, gentlemen.
Now 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 down onto the legs. Nice work by Connor Hughes. Rug 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 back up chest to chest. Connor Hughes with the face.
Yeah, he's trying to frame under that chin so he can get some separation. Referee's going to do it for them.
Stalemate against the cage. Means we're back to the center. Again, the corner of Ksouba calling for more action. They want 2 and 3 strikes put together.
Conor looks like he's loosening up a bit more as well, almost like he's felt the strength. Oh, he almost went for a flying knee there. It's like he's felt the strength and felt the takedown effort, and now he feels like he can handle it. And that's given him even more confidence to relax his shoulders and open up. Nice rear stomp kick as well.
I don't think that Conor Hughes lacks for power or size in this 155-pound division, but his advantage here, I think, is the speed. He knows that he can see. Oh! Scooping uppercut and a hammer fist. Ksouba is down and hurt. Hughes working the right hand.
He's trying to scramble. He's still dazed, and Conor Hughes is staying on that tight waist.
Good job by Ksouba to stay in this fight. He is in bad trouble right now as Hughes takes his back and squeezes this rear naked attempt. He's off to the side a little bit.
Man.
Wow, Jakub Ksouba is an absolute machine.
He's an animal, man. Took those shots and still managed to scramble to top position.
An important moment right here in the fight, Dan Hardy, because that was a lot of energy expended by Conor Hughes trying to get the finish there.
But even if, just say for example, Conor decides he's going to take the strategic route, and for the next minute he just stays in this position and ties Ksouba up, he's 2 rounds up still potentially.
In a 5-round fight.
Right. And you don't know whether those knockdowns have been scored a 10-8, given the fact that Conor's been having the majority of the success.
Well, this round will not be a 10-8 if Jakub Ksouba can stay on top here, even with the knockdown.
Push the back of the head, please, Jakub.
Conor with the closed guard.
Look at the recovery from Jakub Ksouba.
That's the condition, though, isn't it? I mean,
it is.
It's the professionalism, the preparation, and the condition. 30 seconds left. Ksouba trying to soften up the body. And we're right on top of the Maison Gouton. He's tenderizing that meat like a professional butcher. You just every time I mention the butcher shop, he just shakes his head. He's so jealous of all the food I tried earlier this week.
I am. I'm not going to pretend like I'm not. Body and head work here from Jakub Ksouba. He'll finish the round on top. Big knockdown.
That was a lovely uppercut. As Ksouba was moving in, just screwed that uppercut straight through the guard. Here it is. As Ksouba moves in, you'll see Conor drop that lead shoulder. Bam! And he goes right into the chin. Ksouba goes down, does a great job of recovering. A really fantastic job of recovering. But this has got to give a lot of confidence to Conor Hughes, who not only got the knockout in that fight, in that round, but almost scored a tight rear naked choke that Ksouba was able to drive his way out of, separate the legs of Hughes, and then maintain top position for the rest of the round.
Entering the 3rd round of a possible 5 in this PFL Europe Lightweight Championship Bout. Conor Hughes, Jakub Ksouba. Hughes in the black trunks. Ksouba coming in now behind that jab. Good jab from Conor Hughes in response.
Nice footwork there by Conor. Circles himself off the fence. One thing he doesn't want to do is get tangled up against the fence where the fight can be slowed and stalled.
Don't grab the cup. Don't grab the cup.
Ksouba looks like he's going to try and take this fight to the floor. You can see that thigh pride that Conor Hughes is using to keep the hips apart.
Got to keep his back off the cage. Good trip attempt here from Ksouba.
Oh, thought he was going to jump for a triangle then.
And now Jakub Ksouba, this is where he makes his money. Heavy pressure.
He must feel so big and heavy when you're in this position. And he positions himself so well. He's always trying to keep the hips square against the fence. It's like he might try and pass, but his corner team is telling him not to.
Elbow's a weapon now available to Jakub Ksouba, as Dan Hardy has adjusted the rules a bit after some extensive campaigning.
Adjusted the rules. You notice the clock's over to the side as well, so we can see their feet this time. Little tweaks.
Right hip to the floor. One double foot with the left arm. Nice. That's it.
This is a good place for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 to start landing some elbows if he opens up. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 aware of that underhook that Conor's working towards. He's now got his knee back underneath him, which means he's going to spring back to his feet. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣's going to stay on that body lock, though, so Conor's going to need to separate those hands. If he's going to be able to get some separation here, he's got to break that grip, and he can't do it. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 drags him back down.
And while I know Conor Hughes came into this fight in incredible shape, it is the taxing of the mentality that happens when you work all the way back up to your feet and then you're rewarded with absolutely nothing, only a mat return. That can be incredibly discouraging, especially after almost getting a finish in that second round. Halfway point of the fight. 2.5 minutes into round number 3. Jakob 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 on top of Conor Hughes, so far winning this third round after probably being down 2 on the scorecards to come into this fight.
Oh, that was a good elbow from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. He's now looking very dominant in this position, and this might change the way that Conor Hughes fights if he gets out of this third round. He might find himself a little bit more tentative, knowing that if he does find himself in bottom position, getting up is not as easy as he expected.
Peppering shots from Jakob 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 on top. Alexander Luster right there. He'll be fighting the man whose name was beneath him, Lewis McGrillen.
Bring that top leg back in. There you go. Bring the legs back into play. Let's work technique. Drop your head that leg in. Drop your head.
You see Conor's got that wrist control, but he's just not able to slide that left arm and build into an underhook position. And now 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣's trapped his right arm underneath that shin. There's Lewis McGrillen.
Grizzla, with his full mulleted glory, getting ready for his own bantamweight title shot. Jakob 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 now pouring it on heavier with the left hand.
Oh, and Conor is cut across the forehead.
And look at this, just pressure, smothering, quicksand pressure from Jakob 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣, posting his own shin on the right arm of Conor Hughes.
And every time Conor manages to get his hand free and fight out of this position, he's expending energy that's going to be taxed on him in the last 2 rounds. We're moving into the championship rounds in 20 seconds. And Conor's going to feel this fatigue from this bottom position. Beautiful ground and pound with these elbows by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. Of course, he was going to be more dangerous with elbows as a tactic.
Brought the right elbow that time.
Wow, these are great elbows.
Jakob 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 pouring it on in the third.
Jakob, stand with you, pick your...
Here's the elbows raining down. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 throwing dozens of those from the top position. And this is where it got a little bit ugly for Conor Hughes. That right arm isolated, trapped under the shin. He's got to try and defend himself with that top arm, which is also controlled by the body position of Jakob 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣.
Let's go, friend. How we doing, mate?
Little wobble to the legs, fatigue-wise here from Conor Hughes as we get ready to start the championship rounds. 4th frame, $100,000 and a PFL Europe Championship on the line. Jakob 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 in the green, looking to go back-to-back. He won the 155-pound strap in 2023. He lands a big right hand, and then this double leg attempt. Hughes decided to grab the neck instead of focus on the sprawl. Tap! No. It looked like he was tapping there for a moment as a palm strike to the side, using that thumb.
He could be looking for a Von Flue, though. I mean, I know the cage is in the way here, but if he's able to pass to that side and scoop Conor's hips away from the fence, there might still be space. Now, of course, Conor's bailed on that guillotine, but now finds himself dealing with this half guard top position. He's done a good job of digging that underhook.
He's got to get that bottom leg free, and 𝗟𝗚𝗅𝗡𝗏 won't give it to him. Elbows again from the top for 𝗟𝗚𝗅𝗡𝗏.
Man, these are brutal elbows. And he's got nearly 4 minutes in this position as well if Conor can't hustle and escape.
I mean, 𝗟𝗚𝗅𝗡𝗏 was seconds away from being finished in that second round. And he is firmly in control of this fight right now.
And the more frustrated he gets, the more desperate he's going to get in these positions. And that position that he keeps reaching for there, he's not really going to get him out of that position. He's better to build up against the fence like he is now. And 𝗟𝗚𝗅 knows this, which is why he's going to keep pulling his shoulders off the fence and back onto the floor. Jason Tan in the corner, UFC veteran, coaching Conor through this position, but conditioning might be a problem with this pace that they've set.
Your toes out of the cage.
Lovely work
Toes out
here,
of the cage,
short
Conor.
punch, pins the arm, lands a big elbow. Oh, they're good shots again. Conor's doing what he can here, but the referee's going to keep having a good look. Every time he takes a few big elbows like that.
Flat feet, Conor, flat feet.
Can he bridge off the fence? Maybe he can walk his legs up here and bridge off the fence. But you know 𝗟𝗚𝗅𝗡𝗏 is going to ride that drive like he does here.
2 minutes left for 𝗟𝗚𝗅𝗡𝗏 to work on top as the elbows pour down onto the face and forehead of Conor Hughes. No quit in the Englishman here.
We could hear the chants for Kuba coming from the crowd.
Strong Polish
Conor, you've got to
contingent
improve your
showed up in
position,
support
Conor.
this week.
He is relentless in this position. Now, Conor managed to get a butterfly hook in there. Can he create any space with that is a question. He's being completely smothered by that power shoulder. The shoulder of justice. Oh, and now he's mounted. And as he turns, he may give his back. Good work trying to get half guard back there. That was great quick reactions from Conor.
Now shoulder choke being set up potentially. Hughes able to get the right arm free. Needs more elbows for his efforts.
And look at what he's doing with the other elbow as well. He's keeping it pinned on the hip of Conor, so he's really struggling to move
Conor,
his
you've got
lower
to
body
improve
as
your
well.
position here, buddy.
And when he's not striking with one hand, he's pinning, and he's striking with the other.
Flat feet.
Conor
Flat
tries to
feet.
walk up the fence. Can he get out this last minute?
Big
Let's go,
explosion there from
Conor!
Hughes. And now
Let's go,
𝗟𝗚𝗅𝗡𝗏 offering nasty right elbows.
That's enough.
The referee calls it, and 𝗟𝗚𝗅𝗡𝗏 goes back-to-back for the PFL Lightweight Championship.
Very, very good performance. Top couple of rounds. Showed that championship quality there. Very, very good. Very strong.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Motherhead calls a halt to the action at 4 minutes and 7 seconds of round number 4, declaring your winner via TKO and claiming the 2024 PFL Europe Lightweight Championship, the auditor, 𝗟𝗚𝗅𝗡𝗏.